my 29 weeks pregnancy update. Can you believe that I am week 30 in like 2 days time? That's like insane to me. Finally out of the 20s, into the 30s, last 10-week stretch. I cannot wait! I'm so excited. I'm getting to the point where I really just want to squish his cheeks and have him here. So, yay! 29 weeks. But this week has been really pants. So if you watch our daily vlogs, then you probably already know that I have had a really crappy week. Really bad week. There's been a couple of days where I haven't even posted the vlog that should have gone up that evening. I've had a couple of days where I've posted double, so it happened like, I think it was like middle of the week I posted two days back, and today I'm posting 2 days because I just haven't been feeling good. At the beginning of the week he had a couple of days where he didn't move much. I'd had a little bit of cramping, but nothing that I was worrying myself over. I just kind of told myself that he was growing and it wasn't really anything that I needed to worry about because it didn't feel like it really was anything to worry about. But then the next couple of days he really didn't move much. He was still moving. I could still feel the odd movement, and I mean very odd movement. But it wasn't like anything before. It wasn't like big movements. I couldn't feel him rolling. It was really odd. But because I could still feel him move every so often, I wasn't too worried. And he'd have like, I think the first day I put it down to the fact that I didn't notice him moving because I was really busy. And then the next day is when I started to panic a little bit because I was thinking, well, he's not moved much. And this was in the morning. I kind of thought, well, I haven't felt him move over, like through the night, and he's not moved much. So I can't remember why Liam was home. I think I had an appointment that day, but Liam was home. So we went and got a coffee. It could even have been the weekend. We went and got a coffee. I went and got a frappuccino from McDonald's because I'm kind of obsessed, and I've been letting myself have one here and there, and that generally kind of wakes them up because they're cold and because obviously they have a little bit of caffeine in them. I kind of figured if anything's going to get him moved, this will. So I had that, and it took a little while, but he did start to sort of jump back into his usual self. So I don't know whether he'd got himself into a really comfy position, whether he was lower down or higher up, and he was in a weird, odd position that I don't feel the movements because of my placenta. I don't know. But the fact that he started then wiggling about and being his usual movementy self, I wasn't too worried, and I was quite happy. But after that had all passed and I'd kind of, got myself out of this stupid little funk of worrying about him, even though the back of my mind I knew that he was okay, it was one of those things where I knew that if he didn't move and it continued to be that I wasn't noticing him moving, I knew that I would have to then ring triage or my midwife or whatever and get some advice and maybe go and get him checked. But because he then started moving, I was fine. But then come Tuesday, we had it was either Monday or Tuesday, we had the roofers come back to check on our roof, who were meant to fix it last week, but they came back this week to have a look at the ceilings and the damp and everything else, and then they said that they were going to come and do the work the day after. When that next morning came, I woke up crying. I have no idea. I made Liam stay home for a little while until they arrived because he was actually going to go to work early that day, but I made him stay home. And I woke up crying. I hadn't slept well. And then as soon as he said, right, I'm going to get off to work, I just broke down. I just totally panicked. And I've had anxiety since I was 14. It's something I've dealt with all of my life pretty much. And I had the biggest panic attack that I have had in well over a year. And it scared me, and I did not like it at all, and I went into whole like weeping mode. Like panic attacks to me are literally, I just break down, I cry, I hyperventilate, everything. Everything. I don't know why I can't talk. So Liam decided that because my anxiety was so high that day, he would come home and work from home. So I took him in my messy state that I was in. We told the roofers that we were just nipping out, we would be back in 15 minutes. I took him to work and he grabbed his stuff from work and came home and worked from home that day. And it helped a lot, it definitely helped a lot, and I really think that it is definitely something to do with my sleep and the pregnancy, because my anxiety has been really well controlled for, like I said, for well over a year. And only in these past week and a half, my anxiety levels have sort of shot up a little bit. I've been a little bit more nervous about things. I've just been a little bit more aware that I don't feel completely settled at the minute. So I'm kind of just taking each day as it comes at the minute, because I know that I can get through it. I have done before and all of that, so I'm not worried too much. I'm just taking it as it comes. But apart from my anxiety and stuff this week's been pretty good. I've kind of, like I said, taken each day as it comes. I haven't done a whole lot. I've been really lazy about it. I've not forced myself to do a whole lot this week. If I've had a bad day, I've taken it easy, and that kind of works for me. And I think because I've not been throwing myself into tons of housework and doing this, that and the other, Scout's been moving loads. And when I say loads, I mean loads. After those couple of days where he just didn't really move much, or I didn't notice him move much, every day since, he has had like really strong movements. He's like, even this morning he went from one side of my belly, and I could tell it was him because my stomach was a lot more raised on one side, and he just rolled straight back over, and it made me feel sick because it was such a big movement, but he just rolled and it was so weird. I've been trying to get him on camera doing his dances in my tummy, but as soon as I turn the camera on, he stops moving. So I really hope this kid isn't going to be camera shy, because with us, both of us doing YouTube and videos and, you know, our daily vlogs, it would be a nightmare to have a child who doesn't like being on the camera. But hey ho, we'll come across that bridge if we have to at that time. So yeah, his movement is really noticeable now. He's kicking a lot, he's moving, he's fidgeting, he's getting stronger by the day, and I am a happy bear now. I'm a lot happier and a lot more calm about things. I've had my worrying moment about that, and now I'm happy that he's moving, and he's definitely moving. So I don't think there's really anything else I need to update you guys on this week. We had a health visitor come over midweek and do a sort of a welcome kind of meeting with us, just so we could know what to expect from them after having Scout, and such, like what kind of appointments, you know, how many times they're going to come to visit and things like that, any support that we would then need after Scout is born. So that really helped. It was nice to know that, you know, we are going to have that support and everything. So she was lovely, and if all works out, she will be our health visitor after he is here. And that is really the only appointment I've had this week. We haven't got any more appointments now until the 24th of March. So my birthday is next Friday, so my next Friday pregnancy update will actually be my birthday. And then we've got, what have we got? Oh, a midwife appointment, and then it'll be Liam's birthday, and then we've got a birth class, and going into April we've got our scan. So we've only got 3 or 4 more appointments left for this sort of next chunk up until the scan, but it is still really, I'd say it's flying by. I've had a couple of days this week where I've thought, oh, since hitting like week 27 it started to go really slow again, but I think that's probably because I was feeling really pants. I think now I'm starting to feel good about it all again and get excited and everything else, that it's gonna fly. And I'm so happy to officially be in the last 20 bracket, the last week of the 20 bracket, and officially in the 30s as of Sunday. So he will be here very, very soon. So I'm going to show you the belly. I felt at the beginning of the week like he had popped out a little bit more. I definitely feel a lot more pregnant this week. I found a lot of other items of clothing that don't fit anymore. or are incredibly tight and uncomfortable to wear. So again, I'm wearing leggings and the same top that I always wear and everything else that I always wear. I'm living in the same like rotation of clothing, which is getting very boring. And one thing I'm very much looking forward to after he's born is losing some weight and buying a whole new wardrobe for me, because I am absolutely sick to death of looking at these same few clothes. So here's the bump for 29 weeks. I do feel like he's popped out a little bit. I don't know whether he's moved up actually. He felt really low last night, but today he feels quite high up, so there's the bump. For week 29. So thank you so much for watching this week's update, guys. I have officially planned out some days where I'm going to get some other kind of videos filmed. I've decided that I'm going to wait until a little bit further on before I do like my hospital bag and stuff like that, just because I still haven't got everything that I'm going to put in it and I want to make sure that I have everything ready. So I think I'm going to do my hospital bag video around 35 weeks because I obviously want to be prepared, and I think I'm going to do that then. I'll also be doing the nursery tour as soon as it's finished. We've still got a couple of things to buy, we've still got a picture to put up on the wall, well, get printed and put up on the wall. But as soon as it's finished I will be doing that too. And there was another one. Oh, a baby buys on a budget video, which I mentioned for weeks and weeks. I will be doing that in the next few weeks as well. So yes, thank you so much for watching this week's update. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. And hopefully we can stay that way, and this time next week I can come back to you and say that I've had a good week, because this week's not been so good. So thank you so much for watching yet again. If you are new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button. I do my Family Friday baby videos and things like that on a Friday, and then on Tuesdays and Sundays I do beauty / fashion / something else kind of video. So I will see you guys on Sunday, and I hope you all have a really good weekend. Bye guys.